Hello, you are welcome to today's episode of Growth Pills from the Bible. Growth Pills from the Bible. And you are welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for subscribing to this channel. And if you are new here, consider subscribing. On this channel, we educate our viewers on topics related to finance, entrepreneurship, real estate, and personal development. And we have this series we call Growth Pills from the Bible that we release every Sunday evening. So today we want to continue from where we stopped last week, and it's the story of the woman in the Bible, the widow in 2 Kings chapter 4, who had an encounter with Elisha. She went to meet Elisha that she was in debt and that the creditors were coming to take our children, our sons, 2 sons, in exchange for the debts to them. So Elisha asked a simple question from her: what do you have? So last week it was tagged, the topic was, what do you have? That you need to understand that you have something. She said, except a jar of oil. Many of us, we trivialize, we commonize what God has given to us, the gifts, the talents, the virtue, the skill that we have. We tend to see them as a little thing that does not amount to anything. And meanwhile, if only we trust God, if only we believe God, and we are open, we learn that, we will realize that much can be done with what we have. And today we want to continue, as Elisha told her in the next verse of that 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 4 now, verse 3. Elisha told her, go and borrow vessels. After she told Elisha that I had nothing except a jar of oil. So if you have not watched that video, go and watch the last video we made on the Growth Pills from the Bible. Is in our playlist, and I also link the description in the comment section below. So go and borrow vessels. What does it mean to borrow vessel? How can we relate it to the gifts, to the talents that God has given to us? She recognized that she had something except a jar of oil. And Elisha said, go and borrow vessel. The truth of the matter is, what we have, we need to recognize that we have something. And that thing that we have, they are always in the raw states, always in the raw form. They are undeveloped. They are there. The Bible says we have this treasure in earthen vessels. So these gifts, these talents, this skill, they need to be developed. And most times, what we need to develop them, they are not what we have. So there's a need for us to go and borrow. There's a need for us to go and learn. There's a need for us to go and seek counsel, to seek ideas of people who have gone ahead of us. So Elisha told her, go and borrow vessels from your neighbor. Because if you don't borrow vessels, if you don't borrow ideas, if you don't read books, if you don't learn from people who have gone ahead of you or people around you, then your jar of oil will remain small. So the only way to multiply and to refine your gifts and talents and skill and virtue is by learning from others. You need to learn from experts, from professionals. So go and borrow vessels, go and borrow ideas, go and borrow counsel, go and borrow knowledge. Go to seminars. Go and learn from your pastor. Go and learn from those leading in your industry. The gifts, the skill, the talents, the virtue that you have, they are not small. If only you will learn how people started from their small beginning. You need to go and learn how people who have gone ahead of you, how they started from their small beginning. You remember the Bible says, do not despise the days of small beginning. So don't trivialize what you have. After you have recognized what you have, the starting point is recognizing what you have. Thank God you have now recognized it, but don't stop there. What you have has enough potential to take you from where you are to where you need to be. So you need to go and learn. You need to go and borrow ideas. You need to go and learn from the experts. It is after you have read their books, you have listened to their podcasts, you have watched their videos, you have watched their webinars, you have watched their videos, then you begin to understand. I cite an example of this great man called Nathaniel Bassey. He said while he started learning, while he was singing, then he noticed that he needed to go and learn some professional skills on how to sing, to become a better singer. You could be a singer, for instance, but that voice of yours, if you don't train it, if you don't learn from people who will help you to become better, then you will only be a local champion. So for you to become more, for you to enlarge your capacity, Elisha said, go and borrow vessel. When you borrow ideas, when you borrow counsel, when you borrow knowledge, when you learn wisdom from others, when you glean wisdom from others, I meant to say, it helps you to enlarge your capacity. It enlarges your potential. It helps you to become much more than you think you can ever become. Tell yourself, I will not remain small. Whatever is going to take me, I will become better. So go and borrow vessel. What vessel do you need to borrow? Remember, if you don't borrow vessel, if you don't seek the counsel of others, if you don't seek the help of others, you may remain where you are, lamenting, murmuring over that thing you call little, you call accept. So please, whatever action, whatever step you need to take from now, take it right now. Who is the best in your industry, in that industry that God has given you the talents? Go and study them. Don't just look at the outside. Many people will only watch people on the stage. Watch what are the things they do behind the stage. Those are the things you need to know. Study them, learn from them, read their books, consume their contents, consume their materials. That is the way you can become better. That is the way you can maximize your capacity. You can maximize your potential. I think with this, I've been able to explain to you what it really means to borrow vessel. Your talents, your skill, your vessel, your skill remains small until you learn from those who have gone ahead of you, those who are excellent, those who are competent in what they are doing. Refuse to be a mediocre. Choose to improve. Choose to get better. Until we meet in our next video, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we release a new video. And if you know that this video is going to help anyone that you know, share it with them. Thank you and stay blessed.